were several sources of video. There was cell phone video, there was body cam video, but the GBI director, Vic Reynolds, says that some of the most compelling video was from the surveillance cameras at the restaurant. This was a man suspected of DUI who police say grabbed a police taser and fled. And before we show the video, we'll let Reynolds describe what it shows.
Well, it does appear in the video that he is fleeing from the Atlanta police officers, that as he's fleeing, he turns back over his shoulder with what appears to the naked eye to be this taser that a witness has told us they saw the individual have that belonged to one of the officers. And as he turned it over, you'll be able to see on the video the Atlanta officer literally reached down to get his service weapon. And as he gets his weapon, Mr. Brooks begins turning his body away from him, I presume, to flee. And it looks like that's when the discharge of the weapon goes off then.
So there are blue lights on the left side of the screen. You will see a man run to the right with two police officers chasing him. It appears that the fleeing man turns. You even see a small flash that may or may not be the taser firing. And then it ends very quickly with the man mortally wounded from a police gunshot. This video or portions of it are available also on 11alive.com. Reynolds says that the video will be digitally enhanced and then turned over as part of an investigative package to the Fulton County District Attorney for steps that that agency may want to take in this case. Jeff, back to you.
You've been talking about the 14 lanes, Faith, that were shut down. We have seen protesters arrested. We're not quite sure what the status of that is. Perhaps if we can get our helicopter shot here to give us a view of that, to see if any of that traffic begins to move. We saw it on the south direction. The cars were beginning to make their way through. And here's the view. We're seeing some traffic going southbound at this point, a trickle of cars, but northbound right now still isn't going anywhere.
Right. And Doug was there earlier, maybe about 20 minutes ago. He was there reporting from the interstate, and he said police had arrested, I believe he said, about 50 protesters at the time. So lots of arrests this evening to clear that southbound area of the interstate to allow these cars to start moving. But if you look on the northbound side of the highway, you can see officers who are still blocking the vehicles from moving. So it seems maybe it's still not clear yet. There might still be some protesters who are maybe a little further out from our vantage point right now. So it's unclear when the northbound lanes will be opened again. But again, for at least an hour this evening, 14 lanes of one of the major roads in the Atlanta area blocked by protesters. We're talking a highway, the downtown connector at University Avenue, folks being stuck in their cars and not being able to move or get off the highway at all and just having to wait it out. And it seems police officers who were there early on also had to just wait it out until the officers who were in riot gear were able to get to the scene and work to get the protesters off of the highway. I think that is still going on right now as we look at this chopper shot overlooking Interstate 8575, the downtown connector at University Avenue.